It's been a long time, but it's nice to see you and have you over here. How have you been lately? Let's start with Susie. You're currently in Nigeria. You're a TV host and a news anchor. You have worked internationally for major TV channels. What are your plans for the future?
It's a very loaded question, Linda, what my plans are for the future. I've never been a big planner, believe it or not. And I think that planning is great, but sometimes our ego wants to be somewhere and it might not be the best place for us. So what I can ensure that I would do is to be as pure and open to receiving whatever clues, signs, and hints the universe has for me, so that I can promise to you, to myself, that I would physically align my body with where my destiny is meant to be. And in order to do that, I just have to stay open and really hear the messages from the universe. And that's really why I moved from Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, to Lagos. I really felt that the message was for me to move to Lagos because it was a more creative platform. So that's the start of my future.
Great, nice, thank you. And you, Nadia, you are an actress and a producer. You live in Hamburg. How are you doing in your industry with the current pandemic?
Well, in the current, hi, first, thank you for being here. I'm having so much fun and also meeting Susie, it's great. I'm doing, in my case, I'm lucky. I'm doing well. I was lucky and I can work as a producer in post-production. So it's a lot for TV. A lot of people are still watching TV. So that's still going on. The acting side is, unfortunately, is not going well right now. And it's a global problem, obviously. Everyone is feeling the same. All the artists are kind of stuck and don't know where to go with their creativity. So the only good thing that comes out of it, what I believe, is that we kind of connect more globally through Zoom, like in a weird way, through online. So I started with a friend. We did a second production, New Era Group Theater. And this time we did it through Zoom with people from different countries, from different continents. And we're just reading a play. And you could tell by the energy of all the actors, everyone was feeling the same. They didn't know where to go with their energy and creativity. So that was what we did to,
Yeah, thank you, Nadia. You both connected via White Loge. That's nice. Networking is not only possible with my shows, but also through my format, People in Focus. In the age of digitization, sustainable virtual networking is also possible. A few days ago, we women celebrated the International Women's Day. You are both strong and confident women. Susie also reported in the interview in the first season about the difficulties women face in Arabic-speaking countries. Susie, you experienced it in firsthand. Today, I wanted to talk about taboo topics. Keywords like sexual harassment in working space, agitation against women online, catcalling, when women are perceived as object of pleasure, not only in advertisement and marketing. Do we live in a sexualized society? The case of the film producer Harvey Weinstein and the subsequent Me Too movement, where many women from the film industry spoke up, and Oprah Winfrey and other well-known women in Hollywood stood up for the movement. I think everybody is familiar. What about you as a woman, Nadia, as an actress in your business, in the show business? Have you made or noticed similar experiences yourself?
Yes, I definitely experienced some sort, like I think every woman did. And it's probably different or in Germany than in India, but there is still a lot of taboos and still things that are expected to do when there's like, I mean, everyone is free to do whatever they want. If you are like, everyone has their limitations on a different level. So I don't want to judge. And I think it's every woman's right how far they want to go with their body or what they want to show. But sometimes you get into situations where you're being, how do you say that, on the spot, like you have to decide now how far you're going to go. And that's kind of like a pressure that you have to somehow, where you have to have the power to take your time and think about it, to make your decision.
Well, thank you for being so honest. How is it in the media landscape on TV from your perspective, Susie?
I mean, I think Nadia said it beautifully, and I think that it's in every industry, in every sector. And we know from Hollywood and stuff what it's like in the media and television industry. Look, a lot of people want to be on television, and not everybody is good enough to be on television, or, is skilled enough to be on television, skilled at being on television. But sometimes they're skilled in other ways that can get them on television, right? I personally, for myself, I mean, I would hesitate to speak about other people because I don't want to speak out of turn. I've never been somebody who's maybe had $1 left and I'm living out of my car, and being on TV is my dream. So if somebody asks me to compromise my morals and that's how I can get my own show, I've never been in that situation. So I don't want to speak to people who do things to get themselves where they want to go. For me, to do things I'm not comfortable with in order, I shouldn't have to do anything that I'm not comfortable with in order to fulfill my destiny. And so that's really the gauge for me.
Yeah, very, very nice. I can really, understate. It's absolutely true what you say. That's what I wanted to say. In my opinion, sexualizing women, especially in film, music, and commercial, cause a step backwards towards equality. It falsifies identity and dilutes the view of the role of a woman in our society. That's really my opinion. And of course, women want to be beautiful, and it's okay to show that. But does it really have to be with too much bare skin? I don't know, you guys. I mean, Nadia, you already said it. It's up to any woman to show whatever she wants to show. But what's your real opinion, women? I mean, what do you say?
Do you want to go, Susie, or shall I?
I do want to say something, Nadia.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead. It's
okay. Please, by all means.
I'm just going to make it short. I think like really it's up to everyone themselves, and if it's fit for, if you have a vision and it fits and this is how you envision your creativity and it's necessary for it, I think it's fine, as long as everyone is d'accord with it. Everyone who's part of it is completely comfortable with it, and as long as you're not pushing your idea on someone else's, and as long as it makes sense to the story, I think it's fine.
Susie, what do you say?
In terms of a creative expression, I think that's a really, I would agree with that. If it builds into the theme authentically, I would agree. I'm a bit old school. I have a crush on people like Sade. I don't know, how young or old you girls are, but Sade is a very well-known artist who, from what I recollect from her videos, always kept her clothes on. And it really was about the focus of her art and her voice. I don't remember her ever scantily clad. And now we're seeing artists where they're really looking like strippers, acting like strippers, moving and dancing and dressing like strippers. And that's great. You do whatever you want to do. However, there is a responsibility to our youth. My nieces and my nephews are looking to you, and you are more not dressed than you are dressed on a set with completely dressed men. You have a responsibility to the youth, whether you asked for it, whether you didn't, whether you care or not, you now have a massive worldwide fan base, and you are responsible to be a positive role model for those people that look up to you. And I think that seeing all these, most women very sexual and very undressed, you know, I just don't even know how you would feel walking onto a set wearing a G-string when everyone's wearing sweaters and jackets and jeans. And I'm just like, why? What is wrong with that image? For me, it speaks volumes about how backwards things are, in my humble opinion. And I think that women need good role models, girls need role models, and I think that we don't have enough role models with their clothes on. And I'm sure people don't agree with me, but that's just how my view is.
Well, I agree with you, Nadia. I agree with you, Susie. Absolutely. Nadia, what do you say?
I agree, not 100%, but because that can be a role model too, because this is kind of taking power as well. You know, if she's coming in a G-string and there's only men around in their sweaters, well, maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a message for men as well. You know, like the same way like men can walk around topless, women like, why is it such a big deal when women do it? So to normalize it a bit more. Obviously, I agree with you that it should be like on a nice level and not on a like, I'll just put everything out there level. I completely agree with you. And I'm a huge fan of Sade, and I love artists who are, and I personally like it too when it's more secretive or more like not that you don't show that much skin, because it's very sexy too. And there's a whole another kind of fashion movement too. It's I forgot the name, but like there's even an like where it's like for all dressed and but nicely and sexy.
Yeah.
And I think it's important what you said, Nadia, that it's also, does it fit with the message that you are artistically trying to create? So if it does, and it's a thoughtful nakedness, then fine. But if it's just like, I need more eyes on me, you know, then I don't feel like it's a deep enough thought process.
Absolutely right. Very nice. I love this conversation. We women need role models. I think both of you are a kind of role models for many young women out there. Girls should grow up with good values. I do agree. This is not an easy subject. Let's devote ourselves to more enjoyable topics. Let's talk about fashion, women and those who love shoes and handbags. Do you have favorite designers, girls? What about you, Nadia?
Well, I there's definitely certain designers that I love, and like the classics, Chanel and all that stuff. But I really like more how people wear their I'm more interested in how people wear their clothing. Like, it doesn't matter. There's some people who are so fashionable who can just turn jeans and t-shirts like and something so nice. When you see it, you're like, oh, why doesn't it look so good when I wear that? So I'm always impressed with people who are into fashion, and like a costume, they play with it or change little things.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Me, I prefer a lot of designers, but I agree with you. It doesn't have to be always this big designers. It depends how you combine the colors and the fittings. Yeah. Yeah, but to be honest, I really love Louis Vuitton bags and I love dresses from Roberto Cavalli. I once met him in Dubai and at his birthday party in one of his fancy hotels, a Royal Mirage Hotel. It was nice talking to him though. Yeah, I noticed that women in France, especially in Paris, but also in Rome, are dressed very elegantly and fashionable. Even women well over 60 years of age walk down Spanish stairs, the Champs-Élysées, in their Christian Louboutin, Gabbana Blahnik shoes, into their favorite cafe. What do you think, girls? Are German women fashion conscious? Maybe Susie, you want to say something also? Are Nigerian women fashion conscious? What do you say, guys?
I mean, I definitely cannot speak about Germany, but for sure here in Nigeria, women are fashion conscious of a certain socioeconomic status, you know, of a certain echelon. But like you said, sometimes, you know, it's not just copying the look in the magazine, you know, because it just doesn't work. Like you see the exact look and it's like, you also have to have the swagger and the attitude and the personality. So you cannot copy and paste different looks. You have to tailor it to suit you, you know. Here, especially in Lagos, if you're with the housewife scene or the married women or the, you know, upper echelon, they love really big glasses. And then they get deep in this competition of like, who glasses can be bigger and bigger and bigger. And I swear, if you're an alien that lands in Lagos, and you would literally be like, why do people wearing these crazy glasses? But, you know, everyone's just pushing the envelope like, ooh, look at her glasses. Well, I'm going to get Louis Vuitton glasses that are even bigger than hers. And I think it gets a little bit far out there. I think like Nadia said, it really depends, you know, how you put things together. But fashion is extremely important here. Designers are very important. Designer bags are all over the place. Designer glasses and clothes. For me, I feel like, you know, certain things are important for people, and fashion doesn't make it into my circle of important things. I have bought and carried designer bags, and I don't enjoy the conversations that happen around them. I don't want somebody to come up to me and say, oh my God, I am dying for that Balenciaga bag. This is my dream. I would kill for it. And all I'm hearing is dying. This is your dream? You would kill for this bag? Like, it just doesn't resonate to me. I would dream of other things. I would kill for something else, and I would die for a different cause. And it wouldn't be a bag. So I found that fashion is not important to me, but what is important, which makes people think I'm into fashion, is aesthetics. We're a visual society. We built the whole planet based on what we like to see. Yeah, that's how we navigate with our eyes. So I love things that look nice, right? I like colors that match and things that complement each other. So aesthetically is really my perspective on fashion, not the label, or God forbid, it's the summer, so you can't wear white anymore, or it's winter and you can't, you know, after Labor Day, no more white. Those things make me really nervous, because I'm like, why can't I wear white? I want to wear white, and someone's telling me that I can't wear white after a certain date. I don't want those restrictions. I want to wear what looks nice.
You have a strong personality. That's good. I see you have an African print on. Is it a Nigerian designer?
Yes, actually, my designer is Amina. She's a person who actually, she creates designs. We created this together. She takes so many measurements that you get so tired and frustrated, but that's because once you try on the outfit once, that's usually, it only needs to be fixed one time around, because she's done such detailed measurements of your body. So she is the only designer, one of the only designers I work with, and I find that everything she's made for me, I've been extremely happy with.
It looks beautiful, gorgeous.
I will let Miss Primrose know that you said so.
Yeah. Nadia, what do you say? Are German women fashionable?
They definitely, we definitely have a certain style. It changes in Germany very much. I'm more from the south of Germany, and I believe in Frankfurt they are so fashionable. Like, they're very brave with the fashion too. The more you get north, it gets more conservative, but it's just a different kind of fashion, I guess.
Got it. You got a nice green dress on. It looks like a red carpet gown.
I want to see it fully, actually. I would love like
I was having a little bit too much fun getting ready.
I don't know if you're able to stand up and show us the rest of it.
So it's just, yeah.
Cool.
It's
Oh, it's very like
long-
very Grecian, very Greek gods.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Very nice.
I just have had
Okay,
it and waited for the moment to wear it.
nice. Yeah, usually we talk about negative effects of the pandemic. What is a positive in your opinion? What do you say, Susie?
It's a really good question because everybody is definitely focusing on the negative aspects of this pandemic, and there are a lot of negative things to focus on. But it's an interesting question to ask what positives have come out of this ugly virus and pandemic. I personally have been online doing a lot more meditations, group meditations with people from all across the globe. So I know that on Mondays at 2 p.m. for me, people all over the globe are doing a focused healing meditation on self-love or planetary love. And usually we would be at work at that time. So that amount of people being together and resonating that vibe is definitely very, very healing. I know that the pandemic has a very ugly face, but I do feel that on a spiritual and energy level, we are shifting. And sometimes we call it growing pains. You know, growing can be painful sometimes, but I feel like there's a major, major shift. I know a lot of beautiful souls who have been taken by this pandemic. And in the way I rationalize it to heal my heart and to give me hope is that, you know, God, creator, the universe is calling back those souls because the universe needs them to do what's next. So many beautiful people have died. And I do believe that they're needed as peaceful soldiers and warriors for the next shift that we're preparing for.
Nice, very nice. What do you say, Nadia?
Yeah, that was really nicely said. Yes, it has brought so many bad things and taken so many lives. Sorry. So what was the question actually?
What do you say about the positive effects of
okay. I agree that a lot of people were forced to deal with themselves as well. I think a lot of people are not used to being by themselves or just like take the time for themselves. So I think a lot of people have grown a lot as well, taken the time. And yeah, and I think good and bad things about the online part, of course, but but we've connected like globally. It's so much easier to like talk to other people across the globe.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you, guys. It was nice talking to you. And looking forward to see you soon, maybe together on my white couch at the White Loge shows. And I would say, have a nice day, whatever you're going to do right now. And keep focused, beautiful, ambitious women, role models. Whatever you do, you're doing it from the bottom of your heart. That's what I can feel. And I want to say thank you.
I also want to say thank you. I'm really honored. And you know, sitting here staring at beautiful women, not only physically, but your spirits and your souls and accomplished women. And the fact that you're intrigued and interested to engage with me, I have to admit, it kind of makes me feel really good about myself. That such accomplished, beautiful women would actually, you know, want to keep my time and be intrigued to talk to me and with me. And I have to say that it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. And I'm really honored and blessed to share this platform with you. And I feel like there's a reason that we're all talking. And maybe if we kind of fine tune the reason, maybe there's something that we can do, all three of us, with this type of synergy, because we're all very capable and we're in our own domains.
Exactly. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nadia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so much fun.
Okay, great. Okay, so guys, I think you can also press on stop pause